Hello, good evening, guys. So we'll wait for some more time to to let other people join as well. So we can start within 5 minutes. All right, I can see that enough people have joined now. So yes, good evening, everyone. So welcome to the live session of Edwise International, and my name is Priyanka. I work as a UK Island counselor in Edwise. I'm talking about Edwise. For more than 29 years, we have been one-stop solution for all the students who wish to pursue their abroad education from us. Today I'm here to talk about why choose Ireland as your study destination. So, talking about Ireland, Ireland is also called as Republic of Ireland, which is a modern country with a lot of young population. Also, it is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. According to a survey, it is called as the safest and the most secure place in the world. So it also has more than 180,000 international students. So obviously students will be going there for abroad education or completing their masters will be having a great global exposure over there. Now, why Ireland? The foremost and the most important thing to know about it has only 1 year of masters. If you're planning for any country which is masters of 1 year, you'll be saving upon a lot of cost as well as time at the same time. Also, apart from that, you are eligible to get 2 years of stay back duration. So, which allows you to be in that country for 3 long years. That is for completing your education of 1 year, and after that, getting a stay back for finding a job over there for 2 years. Apart from that, it also has Dublin, which is capital of Ireland, which is European headquarters over there. So any countries which has a European headquarters not only gives you ample job opportunities over there, but also once you complete your masters, there are very high chances of you traveling to some other countries, European countries specifically, for job purposes. You can get good chances over there as well. Also, Ireland students are allowed to do job of part-time and full-time over there. So part-time you're allowed to do 20 hours per week, and full-time you're allowed to do 40 hours per week while your course is going on. And also, unlike other countries, Ireland accepts 15 years of education. So no need to worry if at all you haven't completed 16 years of education. You can always try for Ireland. Again, a good option for those as well. Ireland has a very favorable climate, so it does not have to be, it is never extreme, it is never too cold, it is never too hot. So it is quite favorable as well. Also, Ireland is very much affordable because obviously first thing is it has only 1 year of master's, so you save upon your cost as well as time. And again, they have a lot of options in them as well. So there are many of universities are there, IOTs are there, private colleges are there. So you can easily choose one according to your own budget and according to your own criteria. Now, coming to the Ireland education pattern, so Ireland is divided into three different parts, you can say. So one is public universities like any other country. It has also private colleges like any other country, but it also has IOTs, which are Institute of Technologies, which are specially designed for all technical courses. So to distinguish between all three of them, public, my main criteria will be percentage, and second is the cost criteria. talking about the percentage, public universities will be needing the highest percentage, that is approx 65 to 70 percentage, followed by IOTs, which will be requiring 60 to 65 percentage, followed by private colleges, which will be requiring 55 to 60 percentage. Now coming to the cost factor, your total cost will be divided into two parts. If you go for Ireland abroad education, one is tuition fees, which you'll be paying to the university, and another one is living cost, which you'll be incurring everyday day-to-day basis. So I will be telling you the total cost, which will be summing up of both the costs. So if you go to a public university, it will cost you around 25 to 30 lakhs. If you go to any IOT, that is Institute of Technology, it will cost you around 20 to 25 lakhs. And if you go to any private colleges, it will cost you around 15 to 20 lakhs. So to be very frank on this side, so it will be like hardly 15 to 20 lakhs. Also, you can complete your Ireland master's education as well. So that is again a very cheap option if at all you are comparing it to any other countries at the same time. Alright, now let's come to the entry requirements. There are two basic entry requirements in order to go for abroad education. First entry requirement is in order to enter in any country, your language proficiency test will be required. So in order to get that, you can either go for an IELTS, you can either go for an PT, you can either go for a TOEFL, and now again due to pandemic we are accepting Duolingo test as well. So talking about IELTS, because it is very because if at all you are planning for multiple countries, it will be helpful, and again its scorecard is valid for next 2 years at the same time. So the IELTS is required because English is not our first language in this country. So the required score will be 6.5 with no band less than 6 in each of the bands. It has 4 bands, that is reading, writing, speaking and listening, and the average has to be 6.5 in order to qualify for masters, and 6 in terms of an undergraduate degree. So that was about the first entry requirement. The second is to enter in any university, college or IOTs, your academics will be taken into consideration. Always your bachelor's aggregate percentage is taken into consideration. So and apart from that, also if you have any good number of work experience, even that can go well as well. Alright, talking about the intake, that is the admission time happening in Ireland. So it happens twice a year. One is September, which is the major intake, and few of the universities or colleges, you can say, also have a January intake, which is very less in number. So I would always recommend students to go for a September intake, as they have all the options, and for September intake the admissions have been already started, being Ireland a very hot selling country for technical courses as well. So I would suggest everyone to start doing the application as soon as possible. Alright, now let's come to the document part. Your academics document will be required. So it will consist of your resume, it will consist of your letter of recommendations, it will consist of your SOPs, it will consist of your passport, it will consist of all your mark sheets as well. Alright, so talking about SOP and Edwise, that is something to be something difficult for you to understand. So SOP is a statement of purpose, in which you'll be explaining that what is the basic reason of going for abroad education, for going for Ireland as a country, and how Ireland is going to help you if at all you go to any particular university, and in order to achieve your goals at the same time. So again, the Edwise team can help you out with the formats, and you can make it according to that and make the necessary changes as well. Talking about letter of recommendations, so letter of recommendations are the letters which you get from, so ideally 2 are required. Either you can get 1 from your college and 1 from your work, and if you have work experience like of a good number, then you can get 2 from your office itself, from your work itself, you can say. So it is required for authentication purpose, that you are actually studying or actually working in that particular office or not, and also to understand that how good your performance in that particular college or in that particular company was. So again, formats can be helped out with, and again you can make the changes accordingly. Alright, so now let's come to your scholarships. So scholarships are a very important thing to be covered. So in a short thing, I can tell you that major amount of scholarships are offered by the Ireland government itself, and smaller number of scholarships are offered by the universities and colleges who have set down their own rules for the eligibility criteria. So for applying for any scholarship, you need to have an offer letter from the university. So again, the first step is applications itself. Now coming to the employment, which is the most important part to be covered. So employment, every university over there has a career services department. They help you to get part-time, full-time, part-time, full-time internships and placements over there. So part-time you're allowed to do 20 hours per week, as I've already covered, and full-time you're allowed to do 40 hours per week as well. Now working part-time is highly recommendable. Also the universities encourage you because they don't have your lectures every day. So it will be hardly 3 days or maximum 4 days in a week. So remaining duration you can easily utilize for working part-time and full-time, because that's where your majority of your internships and final placements will be coming from. Also placements, so in India we start the colleges generally start their placements once you complete your education, but in abroad it is always while you complete your degree. So the day you go over there, your job hunt has to be started. So in total it is not like you just have 2 years of stay back duration, but it is like you have 3 years for finding job in that particular country. So I don't think so finding job in 3 years will be really difficult for you. Also you can apply on your own. So in Dublin there are a lot of companies based out over there who will be having hirings and openings over there, so you can directly apply over there as well. That's all about Ireland from my end. So do you have any queries? You can write in the drop box, in the chat box. I guess we don't have any more queries. Yes, so I don't think so there are any more queries. So with this I would like to end today's session, and I would also like to inform that tomorrow we have done. Alright, so yeah, so we have Virtual Island Admissions Day tomorrow from 3 to 6 p.m. So I would like everybody to join that particular session. That will be a virtual session, and wherein you can actually speak directly to the university delegates and get your queries solved at the same time. Also, if you have any more guidance requirement, or if you require any much assistance with this, you can always call to the nearest Edwise branch. We have 24 Edwise branches all over India. So you can call the nearest branch to you, or else you can visit Edwise website for any more queries or information on it. That's all from my side. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye. Yeah.